Hey everyone, Buddy Buck here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, I'm going to cover a couple of things really quickly. Number one, how to create a Gmail account if you don't have one already. Number two, if you have a Gmail account, I'm going to show you how to declutter it and bring some zen and some peace on earth back to your life. If you're the person that has hundreds, if not thousands of unread emails, I'm going to show you a way to quickly eliminate that issue. And third, we're going to cover how to create a really cool email signature. So again, the goal of this channel is to really help you level up your real estate technology game. So maybe you're an awesome agent, crushing it, selling lots of homes, helping your clients, being a great colleague, all of those things. My goal is if your technology game is like at a 5, maybe it's just to take you to a 6 or a 7. And if you're a 1, we definitely got to get you out of the bottom and get you up to the 2s and the 3s at least. So it's again, not to say you're not an awesome agent, but like, why not just level up your presence in 2023? So with that, let's go ahead and jump right in here, guys. All right, here we go. You should be able to see my Google Chrome screen. And now I'm just going to take you through a couple of quick steps here. First and foremost, again, I use Google Chrome for everything. I will have a future video on bookmarks. You can see how all of mine are just pictures. I like to just, again, keep things clean and tidy. So up here in the search, I don't use the big obvious search here, Google box in the middle. I like to search up in the tab, and I'm gonna put in create a Gmail account. I'm gonna click on create a Gmail account. There's a big red button here. It says create an account. Okay, now we're gonna create a new account. So I'm just gonna call it Buddy Buck. And we're gonna call it Real Estate Technology Tips, or Real Estate Tech Tips for short. But for this video, we're gonna go ahead and hit tab. Now, if that was taken, you would get an error message. So we're gonna keep on cruising, put in a password, done, hit next, boom. We're getting it created. I'm gonna skip all the optional things. So phone number, recovery email. My birthday, a lot of times I'll just do January 1st, and then I'll put in the year 1975. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and put mail and hit next. Privacy and terms, feel free to read those at your leisure as you're creating your account. I am not gonna do that for the sake of our sanity on this video. Okay, so here we are. Welcome, Buddy Buck. We've got our new Google account. Over here on the right-hand side, if this box does not show up right away, I'm just gonna go ahead and zoom in on this. Just click on these 9 dots up here in the top right-hand corner, and that pops up and goes away. So what I'm going to focus on for today is Gmail. So I'm just gonna click on the Gmail icon and drag it to the top. All of these icons up in the top corner, you can literally just move them around based on what you use a lot. So for the sake of how I set things up, if you wanna just model what I do, I'm gonna take calendar, I use that all the time, put that up at the top as well. YouTube, I'm gonna maybe slide this over here, and then Google Drive, I use a lot. So that is gonna be Google Docs, Google Sheets, and we're gonna go ahead and click out of that. So we've got everything set up the way we want. Now let's dive right into our Gmail. So click on the 9 dots up at the top right-hand corner, click on Gmail, and here we are. So again, if you're an existing Gmail user, cool. What I'm gonna do is we could kind of start right here with you because you've already got inbox, you've already got messages and all of this. But if you don't, okay, I'm not gonna click on all these little colored icons. You can do any of this later, okay? Just like when I parents anything, they're both in their 80s. I'm like, listen, just click on stuff. You can't break it. You can try, but you really can't. So just click on things. I find clicking on things is the way that I learn best, so I know what every button does. But for the sake of efficiency, that's why we created this channel, to speed up and have your life be a lot more efficient. So Gmail sets it up with these tabs, promotions and social. I'm not doing that, I don't like that. So up here in the top right-hand corner, I'm gonna click on the gear icon, and I'm gonna scroll down to where it says unread first. Okay, go ahead and click this unread first. So now if you had literally thousands of emails or even dozens or hundreds, you're gonna see those all here. I want the unread emails at the very top because those are the ones that need to be addressed, right? And again, if your life is like, oh my God, I have all these emails. So if we have this everything else button down here, that's gonna move any read emails to the bottom. So we've got this Google one, welcome to Google. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on that. Okay, cool, we're not gonna read this. I'm gonna click back on inbox over on the left-hand side. And now what's gonna happen when the screen refreshes, it's gonna take that email we just clicked on and it's gonna move it down to everything else, which basically just means that it's been read or clicked on. So again, if there was 10 or 15 right here, all you have to do is click right here on the word everything else and it disappears. Reappears, disappears, reappears, disappears. And the same thing for the unread. So if you had 5 or 10 unread emails, and maybe you're just like, you don't want to see all of the words. And you know, sometimes our mind is like, oh my God, I gotta stop what I'm doing and respond to some of these emails when maybe they're not really that time sensitive. When you have a real estate client or you know something more pressing, cool. Just click on the unread button and it's gonna really tuck those emails away so you don't see them. It's gonna feel a lot better just having a nice clean screen. And then when you want it to get messy, you know, click on unread and start tackling those later on in the day or whatever your day brings. Okay, all right, great job. Now we've got our inbox nice and clean. We can click on unread and it tucks up all those emails and hides them for the moment. And same thing with everything else. We've got those tens of thousands of emails. We can click on one button and it tucks them up nice and tidy so we don't have to look at them like so. Now, maybe it's a little bit too sterile, right? Maybe it's a little bit too, you know, white here and we want to go ahead and make it more personal, which I love making things personal. Anything that I can customize, I'm probably gonna customize it and I will even pay for it if I need to. Good thing here, it's free. So we're just gonna go ahead and click on that gear icon up in the top right-hand corner again and scroll down about halfway and you're gonna see where it says, I'll go ahead and make this larger for you. It's gonna say theme, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and click on view all and it's gonna pop up the box of all these different photos. And again, just pick something that like fits your vibe. Pick something that makes you happy, whatever the case may be. And in this case, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick Lake Tahoe because lakes make me happy and it just looks kind of peaceful. So this is a lot better for me looking at than just a blank white screen, right? And so sometimes it can look a little bit too tidy. So make it personal, make it peaceful, you know, makes the day go a little bit better. So here we go with this. Now what I'm gonna do is show you how to switch it back to the default just in case you did like it the way it was. So click on settings one more time. We're gonna go down to view all. We could click simply on view all, or this first one here is the default image. So if we just click where it says Gmail, and this will just put us right back to that original theme and off we go. Now, let's go ahead and shift gears and I'll show you the last thing. I'm gonna show you how to create a professional email signature on Gmail. And again, you can customize it. I'm gonna show you a couple of tips and tricks here, so let's get to it. So we've got all that set up. Now the next thing I wanna be able to do is go ahead back to settings. So I'm gonna click on the gear icon again, up in the top right-hand corner. And this time, we're gonna click on see all settings. Okay, right up at the top. And so here we are. If we scroll down to the very bottom, okay, just keep scrolling. First and foremost, don't be just a gray head. In this case, it's a blue head, but anywhere you're online, put your real estate photo. Whatever, if it's a cartoon like mine, if it's your actual headshot, if it's your company logo or your personal brand, whatever it is, make sure your profile pictures on all platforms are consistent, okay? You as a realtor, you are your brand, right? And so you just want your brand to be very consistent. Just think of like the Nike swoosh, right? We see the Nike swoosh and everybody knows what it means, right? And any company with a really cool logo, they've done a great job of branding themselves. And it doesn't even need to have words a lot of times. All right, so what we're gonna do next is put our profile picture in real quick before we get to our email signature. So just up in the top right-hand corner, I'm gonna click on this purple B, and then right next to it, you'll see there's a camera icon. So we're gonna go ahead and click on that camera, and there's our bee. Wow, what a great looking bee that is. We're gonna click on add profile picture, okay, right below the bee. And here you can pick any of these. You can drop in one from your computer, of course. Your brand is probably not one of these cartoons. So we're gonna click on From Computer, and then it says drag photo here. So in this case, I already have mine on my desktop, so I'm just gonna drag it in and drop it, and it's gonna update. Cool, there it is. And just so you know, Google does allow for GIFs, which is basically an animated photo. Do you need one? No, you don't. Are they cool? I think so. And again, this is a tech tips channel, so I'm gonna give you every little tech tip that I got. So we're gonna go ahead and use a GIF, which I had these created. We can talk about that in a future video as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and save profile picture. And there we go. We got a nice, clean profile picture. And so now, when we go back, and we're going to get to our email signature, go ahead and refresh the page real quick so you can see it. All right, so now under my picture, we don't have the blue head. We've got our actual photo here, so that's cool. If we scroll down, this is what we're gonna focus on last, is creating a new email signature. So just go ahead and click on Create New. We're gonna call this Professional Real Estate Signature. Cool, and hit Create. There we go. So now, to the right of this, in this white box, okay, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see that clearly, and I'm going to create my real estate signature, and I'm gonna put in Realtor. You can put in whatever you want. I do Realtor and Team Builder. Again, whatever your title that you like, whether real estate advisor, you know, people have lots of different titles for themselves. And then the next thing I like to do is do the phone number. And again, just to be, not that this is like some cutting edge information, but like I like to use the dots, okay? I'm 47 years old, grew up with like an actual phone that was connected to the wall with a really long cord, but use the dots. Okay, the dots just look cooler in my opinion. And then we're gonna go ahead and put in our website names. There's my personal one. And then I'm gonna put in my team one, which is jointeamren.com. Cool. Now, there's one other piece I won't put in that. I'll save it for a future video when we connect our Calendly, okay? So we'll get to that in a future video. But using Gmail to sign in to lots of different websites. Jotform is one that I'll talk about a lot on this channel, one of my favorite companies. And Calendly, very, very cool. These will help you be super efficient with your real estate careers as well. So now we've got a signature. Pretty basic, but we've got it, right? And so I'm just gonna show you a couple little tips just to kind of spice it up. So you can change all the fonts and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and change mine to Verdana. Okay, so we've changed that. I just like that one personally. Your name, I would go ahead and just highlight it and make it bold, okay? And then I'm gonna leave the rest the same. So now, if your client, if you sent this to a client and they went to click on your domain name, okay? And I highly recommend everyone get their own domain name. We'll do that in a future video as well. But they cannot click on this yet, okay? So what we wanna do is we're gonna go ahead. Here is my personal website. I use Linktree for mine just because I think it's clean, it's simple. And really my big thing with anything in technology, especially in a real estate business, is like it's gotta look good on mobile first. If it looks good in your hand, that's where most people are doing things, you know, scrolling at night, during the day, people are on their phones all of the time, so why fight it? So I just loved Linktree. It looks really good in people's hands when I send it to them. Again, not the most complex website by any means, but again, I like things simple, I like it clean, and I like to be able to find the information quickly. So, having said that, I'm gonna go ahead and copy my website. So whatever yours is, maybe it's your real estate brokerage gives you, you know, your own subdomain website. You're gonna copy that. We're gonna go back over to the signature, highlight it. So buddybuck.com. And so we're gonna highlight it the way we want our clients to see it. So I'm gonna click on this little link icon. I'm gonna zoom in here. So we're gonna click on link. Basically what we're telling it is we're gonna make that link hyperlink. So now they can click on it and it'll jump off to my website. So if we go here, we can click on change and we're gonna paste in that domain name that you just copied and hit OK. All right, so now we've got it. And now we're gonna do the same thing for maybe you have a second website. In this case, join Team Ren. That's our team at EXP. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy this, and we're gonna go ahead and highlight join Team Ren because we want it to just look cooler. We don't want http:// like just, again, clean it up, make it look cool. And that's the purpose of this video, make things look cool and be fresh. So we're gonna go ahead and highlight join Team Ren, click on link, and we are going to go ahead and paste this in and hit OK. Perfect. Now we've got those, that looks cool. But now if a client was looking at this, they might go, oh, which one's which? So I might just do a little thing here where I type in clients. And then down here, I'm going to do maybe say agents. So the agents know that's one maybe they can click on. So we've got that. Maybe we want to make these bold, maybe you don't. Totally up to you. You can play around with that later. But now I just want to show you how this looks. So we'll go ahead and hit save down at the bottom. And we created our first email signature. Way to go, guys. So now we're here. We're about to compose our first email. So I hit compose, top left-hand corner. And we're going to send this to buddybuck@eXpRealty.com. And we're just going to call it test from Gmail. Cool. Where's the signature? It's not down there. So at the bottom, and you can set this to be a default signature, which we'll go back and I'll show you that feature. But at first I just wanted to show you, if you had multiple signatures, there's something that you can do down here. We close that. There's a little pencil down here and it says insert signature. So click on that and you'll see all the different options. If you've got multiple signatures, maybe you want a personal one, maybe you want a business one, maybe you want one for a totally different business that you're working with. But in this case, we're gonna click on professional real estate signature and presto, there we go. So now we've got that sitting there. We can say, hey client, we love you. Cool, because we love our clients, right? And then we just go ahead and hit send. Now what's really neat is so we can go over here to the sent items and see that that message just went out to Buddy Buck. If we click on it, all of these links, if we clicked on them right now, boom, it's gonna jump right over to your website, your personal website. So when your client clicks on your team one, it's gonna go right to your team one or wherever you had it directed. So again, very simple to be able to do that. Now I'm just gonna go in and show you that last little tweak. If we go back up to the gear icon up in the top right-hand corner and click on see all settings and scroll down to the bottom again under general, we're gonna do a couple things. One, we're going to now put a picture in here. So if we just bump down one more line and we're gonna click on insert image. Maybe you have a cool logo or your company's got a really cool banner that you could put up there. So I'm just gonna click on upload and then I'm gonna drop it in from my desktop. So I'm just gonna drop in just my profile picture so you can see kind of how this works. And this is not the exact one that I use on my signature, but again, for the sake of this video, it'll give you the idea of what this can look like for yours. So that's uploading, cool. Now we've got this giant picture, okay? It looks way too big for a signature. So what we can do is we can just click on the photo right here. We're just gonna go ahead and click once and you'll see you get these options that pop up. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Ooh, he's looking at us. Actually, no, he's not gonna look at us. That's weird. So now we've got this and it's a giant signature based on how big our fonts are and everything like that. So what we're gonna do is just click on large. It's still too big. Let's go to small, too small. And now this is perfect because you can see this picture went in between two of the websites. That is not where I wanted it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just backspace and delete that. Make sure I go down to the bottom where I want it, where it's blinking now, and then I can just go back, drop the picture in, boom, and now we're back in business. So still too large, I'm gonna click on it, go to small, and maybe you like it that size, that's cool. I might do it one step bigger. And again, depends on, you know, how far away your picture is and what your banner it looks like and all that good stuff. So for the sake of this video, we'll just keep it on medium. We'll go signature name, there we go. Cool. All right, so now here's the defaults. Let me just show you this last thing and then we'll go ahead and wrap this up. So signature defaults. For new emails, use professional real estate signature. On replies or forwards. So pretty much, you know, you as a real estate agent, you're gonna want these to default to your main real estate signature pretty much for everything in most cases. Again, if you want to do stuff different, cool. You can go next level on that and have 2 or 3 different signatures. But for the sake of this, everything is going to be a professional real estate signature, and we're going to hit save. Now, last thing, we'll go back and compose, top left-hand corner. And you can see just from the one click of clicking compose, the perfect little signature just landed right there on the page. We're good to go. We're ready to send our next email. And now we're going to send it. Let's go ahead and email Buddy Buck again at eXpRealty.com. And we're going to put, yay, we did it. New email signature. Now we're sending our client something, and it's going to be like super clean. I mean, again, you could watch this video over and over, hit pause, go fix it, hit pause, go fix it. But again, now your client's gonna get something that looks clean, it's branded to your picture, your face, right? You gotta do this stuff, guys. You gotta really think about all the different platforms, whether it's Facebook or Instagram and TikTok, or maybe it's just old school and you're just like email person. Dude, that's awesome. Like, I know a lot of great agents that don't have the first clue about technology, but they're fantastic real estate agents. They're great people. They're great for the industry. They're great for their clients. And again, if that's you, awesome. Let's take your game from a 1 to a 2, or a 3 to a 4, or a 9 to a 10, whatever the case may be. But that is how you do a professional real estate signature. In future videos, I'll show you some of the other technology that I've been working on too, and we can kind of show you some different options for email signatures. But for today, that is how to create a basic Gmail account, how to get it cleaned up, get rid of all those unread messages with just a click, just to tuck those emails up nice and tidy, and then also how to create a nice, clean email signature. So hope that helps, guys. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for being on the channel. Remember, if you like this content, go ahead and click the little thumbs up, click the like, and drop a comment below. Really appreciate it, guys. And thank you so much. Look forward to see you on the next video. Buddy Buck, peace.